So we're on day 3 here, and I haven't done any video up to this point, but we're just sitting here waiting. We have to have somebody spot us. I'm waiting for him to get home so that I can put the truck to the trailer without damaging anything. But it's been an amazing trip so far. Saturday morning I went to take off. I needed to go get tires up in Marysville, and loaded up the tires and went up to Marysville, unloaded the tires, loaded them back up, hit the freeway, and Rocky started to let me know my blood sugar was getting low. So I went to pull over, and pulled over. As I was pulling over, I got loopy, scraped the guardrail just a little bit and scratched the side of my truck, and got it in park, and I passed out. And paramedics showed up and took me to the hospital. State Patrol showed up and impounded my truck and Rocky, and Everett Fire Department was the ones that hauled me away to the hospital. And so I'm coming to at the hospital and realizing what's happened, and was already so far over budget because of everything costing a little bit more than what I anticipated. So I was worried about finances already, and then the money it was going to take to get Rocky out of the pound, and the money to get the truck out of impound. I didn't know how it was going to happen. I just broke down in tears. I was overwhelmed. And then I realized that God has it under control, so I started praying. And the fire department showed back up, and they knew the animal control people, and they explained Rocky was my service dog, and they waived the fees, and they actually, while he was there, updated all of his shots because they didn't know what shots he had or not. So they gave him a current dog tag. So that was really awesome. So the officer who impounded the truck showed up in the emergency room, and he told me, because I scuffed the guardrail, that he was going to have to give me an infraction, or a citation, but he decided to waive the citation because he knew my situation. And so that was a really awesome blessing too. And then the firefighters called back to the emergency room to let me know that they knew the people at the impound yard, and that they were going to take me to my truck, and they were going to let me have my truck back for free. So it was really God coming through. You know, that the point that I realized that God had it under control, and I started praying, everything just fell into place, far above and beyond. And I was still worried about finances, and God's more than blessed me to cover provision for the beginning of this trip. But we had a few really cool encounters too. When I was at the impound yard, the gentleman at the counter had fallen away from the church, and was just upset with the religiosity. So we had a good discussion about, you know, what God really intended, you know, about us loving each other, and loving Him, and seeking what is true and right. So we had a few other encounters along the way, and I'll update you again later.